It was the most brutal massacre in the history of the oceans. Tens of thousands of seabirds are like cannonballs, dive down from the sky. This is also an organized, by premeditated mass hunting. Martyrs from sea, land, and air join forces, one of the most spectacular natural wonders in the world. On the eco-island of Siberia, May-June every year, all kinds of seabirds, sea fish, whales, and other animals will converge here at the same time. The seagulls were the first to arrive. They assembled at the beach early, waiting for an opportunity. On the other side of the ridge, nearly 1 million puffins are also ready to go. Even flocks of pointy birds, from as far away as Europe and Africa, joined the waiting line. At the same time, at sea level not far away, tens of thousands of dolphins are breaking the waves and advancing towards the island. Thousands of sea lions followed in pairs. Deep in the ocean, tuna, extreme speed, also points directly to the island. Hundreds of thousands of humpback whales are also gathering in the ocean. After a 3,200-kilometer migration, they were the last guests to arrive. With the arrival of this marine giant, announced the participants of this annual event all assembled. The reason why they're here is because they're thousands of miles away. In fact, it is hidden in the kelp under the waves. It was a tree. It was a small silver capelin. Each female carries close to 20,000 fish eggs. Like turtles, the woolly carp must lay their eggs on the seaside berm. It's almost suicidal breeding. On their way to lay eggs, it is not an exaggeration to describe it as having passed 5 barriers and beheaded 6 generals, with a large number of furry carp surging out. Long-distance humpback whales can't take a break. He blew the horn of attack, a massacre of the woolly carp, and so it began. Humpback whale immediately launched the first attack. When you got here, they haven't eaten in months. Hungry. Humpback whale in one bite swallowed thousands of furry carp. This is good for billions of schools of fish. But the woolly carp come here, not just serving humpback whales lunch. Facing a massive humpback whale, their only option is to flee. But just out of the wolf's den and into the tiger's mouth, the Capelin were soon attacked by thousands. Roundup of sea lions to successfully lay eggs, only group to keep warm. I saw all the Capelin quickly form a giant sphere. Secure the dead fish in the center. And the outer layer of the school is full of bare fur carp. So even if you are attacked, and it's basically the bare fish that gets eaten, the whole school of fish is like an iron wall, indestructible. Suddenly, a bunch of tunas who have no martial arts ethics trying to disrupt the pace of the Capelin school. But tuna, obviously underestimating the wisdom of the working people at the bottom. Even if the fishball is broken, hair carp can also recover in 0.001 seconds. Haven't waited for the opponent to react yet. Wool carp, once again firmly protected the dead fish. Swear to protect the safety bestowed upon you. It's a belief that never changes, even if you sacrifice your own life. Sea lions and tuna. Sea Mao carp did not interrupt the rhythm by himself. Faceless and skinless, he actually called out to other sects to jointly encircle and suppress the school of fish. Now sea lions, dolphin, shark, and the tuna come along. These former natural enemies forge an alliance in front of the furry carp. Weak woolly carp, even if you try your best to hug and avoid, can't stop joint attacks from all directions. After this battle, the fishing group suffered heavy losses. Millions of furry carp were buried in the school. However, this adventure is not over. As the schools of woolly carp are gradually driven to Kainhai, the starving air, martyrs begin emergency liftoff. Don't give the furry carp any respite. Thousands of seabirds face the underwater furry carp. It launched a dive. Every seabird that goes down will pick up a hairy carp. And tens of thousands of seabirds come down in a few rounds. There will be hundreds of thousands of wool carp become stomach food. The surviving capelids rush to the coast. And at this time, the gulls on the shore gather early. Food that is eagerly awaited to be delivered to your door. Scaly fish for the safe birth of children, ready to sacrifice yourself. They rush to the beach and waves. The male hairy carp are still leading the charge. Between the gulls busy eating the burrfish, the dead fish quickly take advantage of the middle, a gap of 10 seconds. Lay eggs quickly. With luck, the next wave will bring them back to the sea again. The female lays her eggs. The males race to get close to it. It has to be swallowed by a seagull seconds before. Feeding fish eggs is startled, although most females can return to the sea to lay their eggs again. But almost all males die. The fertilized egg clings to the sand, crystal clear, with a jewel-like sheen. They hatch in 2 weeks and entered the sea under the initialization of the waves. The waves carried their parents to the shoal. Now it's time to take them back to the sea.